How many big fish have you caught so far? Today, join us as we accompany an experienced fisherman who loves catching big fish. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and drop a heart if you enjoy the content. On a beautiful sunny day, the fisherman starts by checking the net he set up yesterday. As he pulls it in, he finds several fish caught in it. While they aren't particularly large, there are enough to make a hearty meal.
Feito para 2 anzóis, ó. Isso aqui eu gosto é frito, ó. You know, sardine?
After gathering all the fish from the net, the fisherman sets out to find the perfect spot to cast his line. He uses one of the fish he caught in the net as bait to lure a big catch. Moving closer to the riverbank, he prepares another rod and casts it into the water. Now he sits back, enjoying the flowing water and immersing himself in nature while waiting for a bite. However, the peace doesn't last long as a fish suddenly disrupts the calm atmosphere. The real task of the day begins, reeling it in. It seems like a big fish, and the fisherman struggles to pull it closer. He asks the boat driver to move closer to the fish while carefully managing the line.
Esticada. Põe de novo.
Getting nearer, the fisherman can't yet see the fish. He holds the rod steady, letting the fish swim in circles, trying to tire it out.
Estão brigando com a fricção e com o peso do barco. Tá aí, ó. Vai aparecer no meio da fumeira aqui, ó. Vai aparecer, vai aparecer. Tem gás ainda. Vai de novo. Vai de novo. Tô forçando porque ela que nós estamos em cima das pedras.
The fish thrashes vigorously underwater, causing the fishing line to constantly move. It's clear the fish is determined to escape the hook.
Aquilo que eu expliquei para vocês, ó. Leãozão sem farpa.
After a long and intense struggle, the fish finally gives in and surfaces. Its massive size leaves the fisherman ecstatic and brimming with joy.
Baixo. Vão bem na manha. Aí, amigo, chega. Eu expliquei para vocês, ela chega brava. Chega muito bem, a gente mostra tudo para vocês no detalhe. Winnie, vocês já viram aí? Já tá explicado. Essa barbatana aqui dorsal, ó.
With pride shining brightly, he lifts the fish and captures the meaningful moment of victory. The trip ends with the fisherman's remarkable achievement, paving the way for another angler to catch a massive fish next.
Piraíba, Lodge. Até a próxima. Quem é o Piraíba?
If it were me, I'd give up after 15 minutes of fishing with no bites. But the guy in this story fished all day, waiting for this very moment. Let's see what he managed to catch. He didn't need to row his boat because the fish started pulling it for him. No one knew where it was taking him. When his line got tangled with debris and reeled in too easily, he thought the fish had escaped.
Tava puxando, que o bicho é forte igual.
But no, it was still hooked on his line.
Meu Deus, meu Deus, meu Deus! Oh, meu Deus!
He shouted with excitement as he saw it leap out of the water in the distance, fueling his determination to conquer this massive creature.
Oh, tá saindo, tá saindo. Tá indo uma coisa dentro.
It seemed like he could spot its shadow under the water, but the area was full of tangled roots that made it tough for him to fight this big fish. Will he be able to catch it?
Tá por aqui. Nossa, mas é muito mato que ele enrosca. Olha, tá aí, tá aí, ó. Ó. Tá lá na frente, lá, ó. Ah, olha o tamanho disso! Olha o tamanho do rabo desse... Vamos, vaca. Vamos, vaca. Vai levar, vai levar. Consigo te desvencilhar agora, filho. Gente. Meu Deus do céu. Pra onde ele foi? Ai, não consigo tirar daqui. Não consigo tirar daqui.
Finally, he got closer and saw it thrashing right before his eyes.
Pegar mais pro limpo. Estamos só nós dois. Olha isso, gente. Meio gigantesco demais. Você tinha que correr aqui com medo do mato, filho? E uma briga cheia. Queria que ele ficasse mais por cima aqui pra evitar. Sai daí, peixe. Sai. Meu Deus do céu, gente.
At this point, he climbed off the small boat and grabbed a clamp to secure its mouth, making it easier to pull the fish ashore.
Calma. É que eu acho que você tá na mão. Não pegou direitinho, não. Falei. Ai, caramba, velho. O alicate não segura.
With a loud cheer of joy, he lifted the giant fish onto the boat, overwhelmed with triumph.
Olha isso! Olha! Que coisa mais monstruosa!
In the end, he carefully removed the hook from its mouth and released it back into the wild. It was a meaningful and exciting fishing day for him. Do you know what kind of fish it was? Let us know in the comments.
Minha Nossa Senhora! Aqui, até aqui, assim, ó.
Here's the story of a man who spends his free time chasing sea monsters and taking on ocean challenges. Let's see what kind of fish he's going after today.
Nearly 900 pounds.
Get him, Cyril, stay on it!
Crawling an underwater structure.
Oh!
You can tell he's sizing you up.
Today, he's heading to the Florida Bay in southern USA to hunt for Goliath groupers. Locals tell a chilling story of a fisherman who once encountered this giant fish while fishing at sea. It bit his leg, leaving anyone who hears the tale in awe and fear.
I really wonder what a monster grouper is gonna do by still nothing.
The adventure officially begins as he designs and tests his custom hook. To ensure its strength, he uses it to pull a nearly 1-ton vehicle. Luckily, the hook passes the test.
Let's go for it.
What makes this journey special is his choice to use a hand rod to fish for the Goliath grouper. Upon reaching the waters, they drop anchor and start fishing. In no time, a fish takes the bait. The two men work hard to reel it in, but just as they almost get it on board, the fish escapes.
All right. That was a monster. What a bite.
Meanwhile, dark clouds gather, signaling an incoming storm. To avoid danger, they move to a sturdier spot under a large bridge to continue their hunt.
Home to huge Goliath groupers.
And these giant fish, they're lovely around that. You got a lot of barnacles, and those barnacles stays around those pillars, but it also
It
provides
seems
shelter.
the bridge brings him luck. Shortly after casting the bait, there's a strong tug on the line. This fish is powerful enough to nearly pull their boat into the bridge.
Mark fights to keep the boat from hitting the pillar using the electric.
Despite its size, this fish isn't the one he's after. So he releases it and continues his pursuit.
Look at this.
You know, we're out of water and wet, which we can't do, you know, like it's...
Mouth is so big that it creates a suction effect. So basically,
But for a giant grouper, it's a big fish. It's time to send this big boy back to his bridge pillar. Fish, but I really hope I can catch a much bigger one.
The next morning, he feels back pain from wrestling with the Goliath grouper. So he decides to learn from a seasoned diver with decades of experience and countless encounters with Goliath groupers.
visibility, you were saying that
The visibility is going to be questionable.
there, right?
They're there, but I'm not really worried about them because
That's going to be pretty intense, you know.
The two of them later decide to dive into the ocean, despite the risk of encountering sharks. They spot a large Goliath grouper, but it shows no fear of them. Sensing danger, they quickly return to the boat, wary the fish might come back.
good job.
And his close encounter with a Goliath grouper.
There, they can go right underneath there and cut you.
After a day of rest, he's ready to fish again. Reaching the spot, he casts his bait and waits patiently. Soon his rod shakes violently, signaling a strong and massive fish on the line. However, it's so strong that it snaps the line and escapes.
Oh, he's up in something. Oh, he's coming out. With him. Stay with him. Don't let him get back in there. Hold it.
Clean cut.
Learning from the failure, they replace the fishing line with steel wire to avoid further breaks. When they cast again, he underestimates the fish, and it breaks the line a second time.
Go. Oh, it came off. Still on there. Go. Still came back.
Unbelievable. That was a monster. To retie another rig. So I throw in a bait on the only rod.
The third attempt finally brings success. A Goliath grouper bites, leading to an intense struggle.
You got it. Get him out. It's coming.
The powerful fish is trying to swim back to the pilot.
Stay with it. Good. Nice. That's it. Stay with it, Cyril.
He's not only good for pictures.
Putting it's airing the fish, it's oxygenating the fish.
Big, but the one I want is twice as heavy.
He manages to reel it in, but it's only half the size of the one he truly wants to catch.
Hey, grouper. My back held up pretty well.
Unfortunately, another storm brews, forcing him to relocate to the eastern coast. While the weather is better there, the area is notorious for bull sharks.
Ozzy decides to catch us.
Oh, big shark there, big shark. Whoa.
Oh, big bull.
As expected, his bait attracts a bull shark, which thrashes violently to escape the hook.
Whoa!
Shark. Holy smokes. Yeah, he came off.
He casts the bait again, hoping this time for a larger fish.
Here we go.
You take it?
After a long wait, a fish bites. This time it's another bull shark about 2 meters long. Though it's not a Goliath grouper, it's still an exciting experience.
Watch your feet not to get tangled up, man.
I'm not sure what kind of fish.
Oh, yeah. Watch out, Sir. Watch out.
Oh, my God. Look at this bull.
Look at that bull.
It may not be a jet.
That's a monster right there. Look at the
Is it your biggest shark here?
cobias. These sharks come in here and take everything.
Because of this animal. And this guy is the only natural predator.
Straight down. Hard.
There we go. The shark is totally fine.
However, a sudden storm hits and they rush back to shore to find shelter.
We find a small shelter.
Get some courage. Let me tell you, it's getting pretty.
However, a sudden storm hits and they rush back to shore to find shelter.
We've seen a lot of them. That's for sure.
I got a good feeling about this boat. Good old commercial.
Find this fish.
Right, okay.
The reel is we're going to hook a buoy. This buoy.
As another storm approaches, he decides to dive into the ocean instead of relying on traditional fishing.
Got it. Cyril. Why he's turning it loose?
It's on it.
No, it's definitely a Goliath.
At a depth of about 18 meters, he finally spots a school of Goliath groupers. However, they also encounter a group of bull sharks, forcing them to retreat immediately.
It's a big one.
This just might be the monster.
As they predicted, the Goliath groupers follow their bait. This time, they catch one weighing over 200 kilograms. After 3 attempts, he finally lands the true sea monster.
I would say he's every bit of 400.
Yes! Fuck it.
With the fish caught, it's time to wrap up today's adventure. What do you think about this incredible fishing trip? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to join us on more adventures. See you next time.